Owning
Right.
a house does not make you successful.
Do the kids in the schools that you talk to talk about, because you mentioned it earlier, but I was like, do they actually talk about this, buying a house? Is that a thing that comes up?
Huge, actually upsettingly more than anything else, really, when it comes to like the next step. Yes, we talk about student loans, all that, but like they go like, how am I ever going to buy? And sometimes, especially if I'm talking in a specific school in a city, it is going to be like, do you want any school in the city? I'm like, well, if you want to live near here, you're being priced out very early on. And it's not always feasible. And how can you do it, especially when house prices are rising higher than wage prices at an extraordinary rate? And yeah, I would say we talk about it a lot. I do full sessions on how you buy a house, but obviously there's a huge element of the conversation, which is, but it is not a success metric. Owning a house does not make you successful. You know, for some people, it's really important, and it's really important for them. They feel successful if they've done it. Fantastic. But for a lot of people, and in this modern society, it may actually not be successful. It may also not be worth it. You know, the fact is, if you're not owning your house for more than a few years, you are probably going to lose money. You're also tying yourself to someone else if you buy it with another person, and that's very risky. There are parts of it that don't make complete sense. However, the problem narrative is we're still just in that generation where the parents of the kids did really well off of buying homes.
Yeah,
you know, my parents
absolutely
were in that. Like, my mum was a hairdresser in the 80s, and she was able to buy a flat on her own.
Wow.
Like in Croydon,
Yeah.
you couldn't do that in a million years now. Like, it's just the price disparity between the wage and the house is just too wide. And she was able to do that really young, and then she bought another one, and then she bought another one. And so she was able to build up that, and house prices have jumped at extraordinary rates. That isn't really happening now. The bar, where you have to get in is so high. It's so impossible. And like I said, a lot of kids feel like if they don't do it, they're a failure. And that's another narrative that I really, really want to talk to parents about, because also we're in a digital nomadic world now. We weren't in the 80s and 90s. Like, you never really left your city, really.
True.
You're probably going to be in your job for life, because even those defined benefit, like final salary pensions, still existed, things like that. Whereas now we're so digital, so digitally nomadic. Is it that important? If your daughter is coming to you and being like, I want to be a fashion designer, I want to be a fashion photographer and work all over the world, is it sensible to own a house at 21? Probably not, because you're not going to be there. You're going to be
That's a good point.
all over the world shooting models. Fantastic. That's a fantastic, successful career. But just because you don't own a house doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you've just done something different. So that would be something I would love. Sorry, I'm going back to what parents, like something for parents to think about is like, success has changed, and owning a house isn't the only metric. And I wish young people realize that.